Welcome back. This is the South African Morning. We have a special Friday guest, Brian Temba, joining us this morning. We're talking all things music, acting, COVID-19. Got to know him a little bit better. And we continue to do so for the next couple of minutes, of course, before the show ends. But also, we have a beautiful treat for you towards the end. I'm so excited.
Yeah, I'm going to look forward to this. We have him going to do a special song for us a little bit later. Can you tell us, do you want to give us the title of the song? I know you'll talk about it later, but what's the song?
The song name is Can We Go Back? So I wrote this, I was in Swaziland actually. I had gone there because some of my roots are in Swaziland. So I had gone there just to relax. So some of my friends knew producers around Swaziland. And they introduced me to this guy, Mosaic, the producer. And he started on this song, and I just wrote it. You know when you just click with a producer, when you just click with somebody. We clicked so much that I wrote a song. But what came to mind was relationships. Can we go back to the days when we said I do, when we loved each other? Because there's a lot of relationships that happen, two people loving each other, and then they break up because of whatever happens, in their lives. But they don't stop loving each other. So that's the gist of the song. That's Can We Go Back?
Hey,
basically.
Brian has us in our fields. There's so much, just like, is it that kind of show where I start to Dr. Phil on Brian and divulge what's going on in my
Our technical director of the show has a tough enough time putting up with the two of us. Needs to find a camera, because I think when you're going to be singing later, there might be some waterwork.
I know, right?
So
every time he's I'm just like, oh my goodness, how did you know?
You were like, it's getting very warm in here. I'm like, no, it's not. You're crying. That's what's happening.
No, the thing is that us men, it's so hard for us to say I'm sorry.
Why is that? Why do we suck at that?
Ego. And it's societal. It's a community.
Is it a weakness? Is that what it is?
Yeah,
okay.
I would say it's a weakness, because ego is a weakness, if you ask me. Because why not? Why can't I say, look, I'm sorry. I did this, and I'm sorry.
Right.
Why can't I do that?
And you find that in most relationships, that's the apology that's needed.
That's all that's needed.
That's all that's
Two
needed.
words.
But because it's not being said from either both parties or one, then a whole relationship breaks down. But I feel like you have the advantage of letting your emotions be placed on a song, your thoughts. And you mentioned songwriting. Does that come easy to you, writing down a song? It
depends. And it depends on the type of track that I have. So how I write, people write differently.
Yeah.
Some write with a piano, and then they get their melody and everything else. I start with music. I program all the music, I do everything, and then I write on top of the music.
Got you.
Yeah.
And the lyrics just flow.
The lyrics and the melody just flow.
On the writing of music, I've always wondered this. Someone who writes the kind of music you do, sings the way you do. I don't even think Brian ever has to say sorry. You have to start singing while making breakfast. At home.
Absolutely, and you're forgiven.
And you do.
Not in my house, it doesn't run.
Doesn't work.
No.
So you start singing, and what Mrs. Temba's like, no. Sit down.
No.
Put the microphone down, it's not going to work.
Don't work.
I've always asked, and I don't mean to put you on a spot, but I've been curious, for guys that are writing ballads, love songs, very emotional, what's your wife's name?
Koki.
Okay, does she ever sit back and go, who are you writing this for? Who are you talking to?
Oh, yes.
How awkward does that get?
Oh, yes, it's very, very, very awkward.
Right.
Ex-girlfriend, who's this?
No, but I think she's at a point now where she understands that I can write about anything. I can write about my friend's relationship.
Yeah.
So she's, if she likes the song, she likes it. She doesn't question it anymore.
For any up-and-coming musicians right now who are probably battling to get into the industry, we're in a digital era now where we're not buying CDs anymore. Everything is online. What would your advice be to them in navigating their career?
I always say that because of the state of the industry now, we have Mapiano, and every young person thinks they can just jump on Mapiano and do it and become famous and have a lot of money because they see the culture, what's happening around it. It doesn't work like that. If you're not a musician, you are not a musician. Stick to your lane. Go to school, do what you need to do. Not all musicians are popular. Not all musicians have a lot of money. So if you are gifted in music, research it.
Right.
Do it properly. And we have an advantage now because of social media, because of the digital age. We have an advantage. So if you are good at what you do, and I'm saying this straight up because a lot of people think they're good at it, and they're not. You know. So if you are good at it, research it. Research it. Don't just sign with anybody because they're going to rip you off. You know. And ripping you off means you didn't read the contract.
Right.
That's all it is.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, research.
Can I ask something off the back of the social media question? It made me think of it now, but it's always such an important question to ask musicians about young people wanting to come through. Just because you are good on social media, and you're getting lots of love and likes and retweets and whatever, I don't even know how TikTok works, whatever that is, views, does that mean you will be a good musician?
No. No.
Because I always get the sense that record labels these days are signing youngsters up because they've got a big following.
Exactly. And now they literally, I've heard something, you know, somebody saying that you have to have a huge following, you have to have a gimmick for people to follow you and for you to be recognized. So it's not about talent anymore. It's about a gimmick.
Yeah. Well, Brian, thank you so much for speaking to us this morning. Looking forward, of course, to you showing us how music is done.
If you're ever looking for a backup singer, by the way, there might be, she won't do it now, but I just want to throw it out there. I think I'd get her a recording contract by the end of the show.
ENCA?
But there might be a quick audition, maybe. But if you're looking for a backup singer, Tumela Mototwane is available. I'm her
employed,
agent.
thank
Feel free to talk to me.
I will come to you.
Yeah, we'll talk after the show.
I just wanted to say that on the 17th of June, I'm starting my tour. I'm starting my tour in East London.
All right.
Yes, at the Guild Theatre. That's where I'm starting. But I'm going around the country. And I spoke briefly about the tour. But it's starting, so finally.
So we can get our tickets.
You can get your tickets at CompuTicket. Right now, they're 300 rands. It's cheap.
It's not bad. 17th of June.
Good time.
17th of June.
Yeah.
All the very best with the
East
tour.
London.
Glad you threw that in there, because I'm pretty sure that's why you came in. And then we started talking about chicken and social media and waffle. It was the waffles. That's what got us from just
exactly.
waffles. Jeez, Jeff brought us yummy food. So what we're going to do is we're going to quickly go to weather, and then we're going to let Brian do what Brian does in just a moment. Here's your weather first. Don't go anywhere.